Hello everyone and welcome to class. Go ahead and roll out your mats and take a comfortable seated position, either seated on your mat in easy pose with me or seated in a chair. Today we're going to be opening the hips in this gentle yin-like restorative flow. As stress causes your body to tighten, the hips become crucial to nurturing and relieving emotional tension. If you feel emotional during this practice, allow those emotions to be released through tears or shaking. Do what you need to do to feel good today. Let's take a breath together, inhaling our arms up towards the sky and exhaling them down towards our hearts. Take another breath, inhale arms up, exhale the hands towards your heart. We're going to move into our first hip opening pose by lying down on our backs and allowing our knees to spread out, opening the inner hips. In this gentle Supta Baddha Konasana pose, you can rest your hands atop your heart or have one hand atop your heart and the other on your belly. We're going to engage in some 3-part breathing here by breathing into the belly, pulling it up to the chest, and then exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Tuning into the body, continue this breath. Feel the ground beneath you, feel held and safe. Allow those hips to gently open. We're going to do so much work on them today. You can go ahead now and place your hands at your hips and gently push down on your outer thighs. This is going to gently open the lumbar spine and continue that hip opening effect. We're going to move into supine pigeon pose here by gently drawing the right leg up, placing the right ankle atop the left knee, and then interlacing the hands behind the left thigh and gently drawing it towards your chest. You can keep both feet flexed here. In this pose, we open the outer hip, so you should really feel this in your right outer glute. If you sit for long periods of time, or you're a big runner and cycler, opening this part of your body is really important to relieve the tension that is built up in that area. Send your breath to the greatest point of tension, and then gently release. Allow the legs to come together and draw both knees towards your chest, giving yourself some self-love, hugging those knees towards your forehead, big hug. And then let's switch sides here. So crossing the left ankle atop the right knee, relax your head and neck, your back on the ground, and draw that right thigh towards your chest. Now getting into the left gluteal muscle. You can gently push the left knee away from your body if that'll help you feel the stretch more, or just keep your fingers interlaced. Excellent. Let's gently release this once more and give our legs another big squeeze. Squeeze into a tiny little ball. Feel small but secure. And then rock our way up into a seated position. Now we're going to enter easy pose here and do some seated cat-cows. However, if easy pose is painful for you, go ahead and take a seat in a chair and do the same movements, linking our movement with our breath. Inhaling, find cow. Exhaling, find cat. Palms atop our knees. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, curve the spine, drop the chin. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, curve the spine. And then inhale and find a neutral spine. Inhale the arms up towards the sky And then drop the right hand and place it atop the left knee and stretch the left arm over to the right, opening the side body. Allowing the spine to get a good stretch. Let's switch sides here, moving with intention. Place the left hand atop the right knee. Stretch the right arm towards the left. Let's do this once more. Drop the right hand atop the left knee. Open the left arm towards the right. Inhale, stretch further. Exhale, let it all go. One more time towards the other side. Left hand atop the right knee. Right arm stretching towards the left. Open the shoulder and the side body. And then gently release. Place both hands behind your back, fingertips facing the front of your mat. And inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips towards the sky in this gentle back bend. Release the neck, open the heart towards the sky. And then exhale, drop the body back down. Bring your hands forward. We're going to meet in all fours position here. So however you'd like to get there, let's have the knees and the palms on the ground. And we're going to engage in some more spinal movement, doing some cat-cows. So inhale, find cow, drop the belly. Exhale, find a cat back. Move at your own breath, at your own pace here. I had some fire ants visiting me on the mat today, biting my hands, but it was okay. We were just sharing the space, but I kindly asked them to move a few times. Continue with your cat-cow. Stay with your breath and your intention. Last one. Find cat back, and then just find a neutral spine here. And inhale, straighten the right leg right behind you, squeezing the right glute. Exhale, draw the right knee towards the front of the mat and plant the right foot, finding our low lunge. Inhale the arms up towards the sky, sink the hips even deeper, pushing the hips forward. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Let's do that a few times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus, moving with the breath. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, interlace the fingers and place them atop the knee, or grab two blocks and place them on either side of your right knee, wherever you feel the most stable, and can hold this pose for a few breaths. Really tune into that hip. It's opening gently, getting into the psoas. And then inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, frame out the right foot and gently step it back to find all fours once more. Go ahead and shake out the hips a little bit. That's an intense hip opening stretch. And then send them all the way back. We're going to come up into standing hero's pose. From here, we're going to move into camel pose, which is an excellent hip opener as well as chest opener. The first modification is to place your hands on your lower back, fingertips facing up, and gently lean back. If you feel called to do so, we're going to move into some single arm camel pose stretches, reaching the left arm down to the left ankle, and then switching right arm to right ankle, left arm towards the sky. Link the movement with the breath. Inhale, left ankle. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, right hand to right ankle. One more time. Left side, open the chest, look down, push those hips forward, and then gently send the hips back. Coming into hero's pose, expand the arms like wings, open the chest, and then exhale, fold the arms, elbows on top of each other. Give yourself a big hug. Another self-love reminder. Let's add some movement here. Inhale, open the chest with the arms staying where they are. Exhale, bring it all down. One more round. And then just gently release the arms, expand, take up space. You are meant to be here. And then plant the hands in front of you once more, coming into all fours. Let's switch sides here. Left leg goes all the way straight back, squeeze the left glute. And then on the exhale, draw the left knee forward, planting the left foot between the two hands at the front of our mat. Inhale the arms up towards the sky, finding low lunge on this side. Push the hips forward, opening the psoas, and let's engage those cactus arms once more. Inhale the arms up, exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, cactus. Inhale the arms up one more time, and then interlace the fingers and place them atop your knee. Or grab two blocks and use them on either side of you for balance and support as we breathe into our hip. Pay attention to what it feels like to release this tension that we hold here. We hold our traumas and our emotions often in the tightest parts of our body, so it's important to release. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms back up towards the sky and exhale, frame out the foot and gently step back into all fours once more. Excellent. Go ahead and send the hips back, coming into hero's pose, but this time widen the knees the width of the mat and sit the hips back so that they're between your 2 feet. Now, if this is too intense on the knees, it's a really intense thigh and hip stretch, I want you to stand up against a wall and just grab onto your ankles, stretching the quad like this, engaging both sides of your quad. However, if you feel good and it feels comfortable in your knees, do not push yourself here. Then go ahead and drop the body between your 2 knees, your 2 ankles. Rest on your elbows. Open the chest. You can send your neck back here if it feels good to open the frontal part of your neck. You can drop all the way down onto your shoulders if it feels good for you. Or just stay here in this reclined hero's pose. To come out of it, press into your palms. Head is the last to rise. Place the hands in front of you. Come into all fours. Tuck the toes and find our first Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet here. Sway the hips, drop the sternum towards the ground. And then inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Open the hips, stack the hips, and reach that right foot towards the right glute. Really intensely opening the right hip here. And then bring the right leg back straight. Guide it through to the top of the mat and inhale, crescent lunge. Sink deep into the hips. If this is uncomfortable for you, just rejoin in a low lunge. Go ahead and swing the hands back. Find a clasp, a fist behind you. Pull the fist down and open the chest. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, release the clasp. Bring the hands back up. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, frame out the right foot. And you're going to heel toe the right foot towards the edge of the mat, coming into a lizard pose with the back leg still elevated, and just rock back and forth, opening the hip gently. Drop the left knee down towards the mat and just stay here in this lizard pose, really intense hip stretch. You can push the right knee away from the body if that feels good for you, coming onto the outside of the right foot. Or reach the right hand behind you and grab onto the left foot, shifting your gaze towards the back of the mat in this spinal twist, hip opening stretch. Wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. Gently release the left foot, bring both hands forward. And then we're going to heel toe the right foot now to the other side of the mat, the left side. Drop the right knee down and we're going to engage in this pigeon stretch. However, again, if this is too hard on your knees, I want you to meet us back in the supine pigeon stretch we did at the beginning of class, drawing the left thigh towards the body, right ankle atop right knee. If you'd like to engage with me in this full pigeon stretch, go ahead and come with me, or remember to modify. Make sure that the left leg is long behind you, and then you can walk the hands forward if it feels good on your knee, really opening that outer hip. Breathe into the area of tension and relax. We're going to be here for a few more breaths. Keep your focus on release. Releasing the traumas of your past and the anxieties of your future. Come into the present moment. Excellent. Let's go ahead and walk our hands back if you were with me in this lying down pigeon. And to transition into fire log pose, we're going to shift our hips towards the right side, swing the left leg forward, and place the left ankle atop the right knee. And then the right ankle will be underneath the left knee. Now, if again, this is too tough on your knees, you're going to place that left ankle outside the right knee and hug the knee towards the chest. Squeezing so that you feel that sensation in the glute. Now, if you'd like to join me in fire log, again, left ankle atop the right knee and right ankle underneath the left knee. Trying to get those shins atop each other. Breathe into this really intense hip opener. You should really feel this almost in both sides of your outer glutes. And kindly ask them again to relax and release. Breathe into the tension. Excellent. Let's gently release by placing our hands behind us, planting both feet on the ground, and we're going to engage in some windshield wipers. Although this exercise is extremely passive, it's really great for hip mobility. So windshield wipers, both of your legs. Excellent. From here, cross-set the ankles, flip over and find all fours, coming into our downward facing dog home base. Your hips should already be feeling super loose here, but let's engage on the other side. Squeeze the left glute and send the left leg towards the sky. Stack the hips, open towards the right, and then try to squeeze that left ankle towards the left glute. Trying to keep your shoulders pointed towards the ground here, just engaging the hips. Excellent. Let's go ahead and re-raise that left leg and then send it towards the top of the mat, coming into high crescent lunge. Sink low in the hips. Try to stay straight in that right leg, but if you need a micro bend, that's perfectly fine. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, cactus the arms, but now send them straight out to either side if you like an airplane. Open the chest. Take up the space that you deserve on this earth. And then inhale the arms back up towards the sky. And exhale, frame out the left foot. Heel toe the left foot to the corner of the left side of the mat, coming into lizard pose. Right knee still elevated, just rocking back and forth to gently open the hip. And then drop the right knee towards the mat. Flatten the right foot. You can push the left knee away from your body if that feels good in this modification. or just stay in lizard's pose. Or come with me and reach the left hand back and grab onto the right foot, shifting the gaze towards the back of the mat. Really sinking low in those hips, allowing gravity to pull them down. Remember to stay with your breath. Gently release the right foot if you were holding on to it. Bring the left arm forward. And then heel toe that left foot now towards the right side. Drop the left knee onto the mat, shin parallel to the front of the mat, coming into pigeon pose. Remember that if pigeon pose is not in your practice, to please engage in supine pigeon by coming onto your back and bringing that left knee towards your chest. If you're with me in lying down pigeon, just go ahead and rest on your elbows or bring your whole chest down wherever you feel the stretch. Again, this particular stretch is so beneficial to my runners and cyclers out there, as well as anyone who finds themselves seated in a chair for many hours. Excellent. Let's go ahead and come back up, walking our hands towards our body. And we're going to shift our weight, shift our hips towards the left side. Swing the right leg towards the front and come into fire log pose. You can stay facing where you are. I'm just going to shift so that you guys can see me. Stacking the right ankle atop the left knee, left ankle underneath the right knee. Those shins trying to stack on top of each other. And again, if this pose is not in your practice, to follow this modification by placing the right ankle outside the left knee and squeezing the right knee towards the chest, getting into that glute. So wherever you are, find stillness, find your breath, keep the spine straight, crown reaching towards the sky, engaging the core, and opening our hips. Releasing all that no longer serves us in such a beneficial way. Allowing the flow of energy to move throughout our body more freely by opening these areas of tension. Excellent. Let's gently and slowly come out of that pose and windshield wipers our knees once more. Again, paying attention to rotating the hip in and out as we move back and forward, increasing our mobility in those joints. Awesome. We're going to enter butterfly pose here now by bringing the soles of our feet together, knees on either side of us. Let's first begin by pressing the right hand into the right knee, pushing it away from the body, trying to get that hip to relax, and then switching sides here. Now pushing the left knee down towards the ground with our left hand, pressing it away from the body, trying to let gravity do its work as we process all the emotions that arise from opening our hips. Go ahead and come back to center and just fold over your hips as we stay here for a few breaths. We're getting so many benefits from these poses. Improved circulation, flexibility, range of movement, improving posture, reducing stress, and just having a greater overall wellness. Let's go ahead and come all the way back up. Bring the knees together gently. Swing them around, and let's come back into all fours before we meet in our downward facing dog. Really awesome. From here, just go ahead and draw the right knee forward, planting the right foot between the hands, and then you're going to pivot the whole body to face the left. Toes are going to be slightly in, ankles slightly out, coming into our wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and come all the way up. Find a clasp behind you, fist. Open the chest towards the sky, and then exhale, fold forward. Getting into those inner hip regions as well as the hamstrings and the shoulder joints. So many points of tension being released in this pose. Go ahead and undo the clasp. Reach the hands towards the ground. And let's engage in some gentle flow here. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Move like a wave. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, up. Exhale, release it towards the ground. One more. Inhale, up. Excellent. Exhale, hands to heart. Pivot the right foot a little bit closer towards the center, and let's sink into that right knee, coming into a side lunge. Flex the left toes. You can keep your hands at your heart here or planted on the ground for stability, and just breathe into this intense groin opening side lunge. Keep the whole four corners of the right foot on the ground in this pose. Using your strength, let's switch sides here now, bending into the left knee. Remember, the left toes are pointed out, left ankle is in. Flex the right toes, feeling this intense stretch throughout the groin and hamstring. A little strength as well as we balance. And then just go ahead and come back to center here. Send your prayer Anjali Mudra towards the sky. And on the exhale, we're going to twist. So go ahead and grab onto the left ankle with the right hand, opening the left arm towards the sky. And then on your next exhale, we're going to switch sides. Left hand towards right ankle, open the right arm towards the sky. Gaze is up or down for stability. Excellent job, guys. Such a beneficial twist for the body. Go ahead and place both hands in the center, and we're going to drop one knee at a time towards the mat, coming into a frog pose. Now, if this pose is way too intense for you, the modification here is to either come back into butterfly pose or stay in the wide-legged forward fold, opening the inner groin. Whatever feels good for you. The legs are going to be at 90-degree angles, feet are flexed, and then just move back and forth, finding the sweet spot. You can stay up on your hands here or down on your elbows like I am. Gaining so much benefit from this intense inner groin hip opening stretch. One of my favorite ways to release the tension held in that area. Stay with the breath. Allow it to guide you further down. Allow it to calm you and welcome new energy into your life. Awesome. Wherever you are, go ahead and gently come out, walking the hands back towards your body, pushing your hips back. really slowly and gently until you can come up onto your knees here. And then we're just going to flip around until our legs are in front of us. Plant the feet, knees facing towards the sky. Inhale the arms, gather the energy. Exhale, release the back towards the ground. Keep the knees facing towards the sky. Bring the feet a little bit closer to your hips. And we're going to engage in some bridge glute squeezes. So place both hands on either side of your body. Engage the core, squeeze the glutes, and lift the hips towards the sky. Great for mobility in the hips. Exhale, release the glutes back down towards the ground. Inhale, lift the glutes, press the hips towards the sky. Exhale, release them down towards the ground. Inhale, come up. Exhale, with control, gently bring them back down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release them back down. One more time. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, push the hips up. Exhale, with control, release. Draw the knees towards the chest. Flex the feet, send them on either side of you, and grab onto the outside of your feet, coming into a happy baby. We're almost done with today's practice, guys, so enjoy these final stretches and hip openers. Pressing the feet towards the sky, drawing the knees down. You can give yourself a little rock here if it feels good on the spine, or just stay in stillness in this happy baby pose. Breathing into those hips. Awesome. Let's go ahead and release the feet. Bring the soles of the feet together and let's meet back in Supta Baddha Konasana like we did at the beginning of class. If this pose is too difficult on your hips, go ahead and place 2 pillows on either side of your knees, just to give yourself a little elevation here as your hips still gently open. We're going to perform our final pose, Savasana, in this position. However, if it is uncomfortable for you, go ahead and straighten your legs. I want you to connect to self, to being. Tune into all the energy that is now moving throughout your body by performing these intense hip opening poses and moving your body in a way that shows it immense love. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel it pulsing and feel yourself vibrating as well. And remember that you are in tune with the rhythm of your surroundings. You are worthy of everything that you desire. Take one final breath. And then reach your arms above your head. Straighten your legs if they're not already there. Give yourself a big stretch. And then bring your knees towards your chest. Come over onto one side and gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position for you. Amazing work today. Let's take a final breath together. Inhale your arms up towards the sky until your hands meet. And then draw them all the way down towards your heart on your exhale. Hold your heart, send gratitude to every beat that keeps you alive. The light in me forever honors the light that exists in you. Namaste. In these final moments, I encourage you, while you're rolling up your mats, with gratitude, I ask that you like and subscribe to my channel to help my content. With so much love and gratitude, thank you.